every Saturday, 2 to 3 p.m. on Jericho TV. I am Khadi,
Good afternoon and
your
welcome
host.
to Life Matters right here on Jericho TV. My name is Kedi. This afternoon I'm glowing with Rosie's Signature. She is on IG and all other social media platforms at Rosie's Signature. We're also streaming live on all our Facebook and social media handle at Jericho Media TV. Please subscribe, hit the notification button, follow us, like our pages anytime we come live or upload the content. You get to enjoy that as well. This show is Life Matters. We say life matters, and so live and live it well. Right here in this house, we give you hope and meaning to your life. We tell you that nyame wa ba braboni ye enti eya wusoba na wa boni ye. I will go for a short break. When we come back this afternoon on our lifestyle and fashion segment, we will be discussing interior designs. Sometimes we want to make our rooms beautiful. We want our small space to look glamorous and luxurious with a very little amounts. Okay. However, getting the technical know-how to do it becomes the problem, or even the right materials to even choose for your room size also become a problem. However, today on Life Matters, we have been joined here with a very wonderful woman, and she will tell us how we could transform our small space into something beautiful. I'll go for this break. When we come back, we have something beautiful in store for you. Please don't go anywhere. I'll be back.
Every Saturday,
Mema wakwa ba de ba Life Matters. So sa fei e na wodi we fidie na ato ha mema wakwa ba biom e de ba Life Matters. Go Life Matters e adwumedie bi a ye ka abrabo fie ha ye di abrabo mu kokonsane hina e wo fie ha ne akere wa adwen na wo etoto ho a wunya ho mu aye no eno e na Life Matters e de ebe sommo na me call break no me kai wo say me catch wo say ye ba betwetwe enkomo bi na enkomo a ye ba betwetwe be hwe interior designs or interior decoration e kwan ye be fa so a ye be siesie ye fie na ye fie ayefe. I've been joined here in the studio with a very promising young woman. She is in the person of Khadija Abubakar. She is a marketer by profession, a mother of 3, and of course an interior design businesswoman. And I'm glad to have you. Hello, Kedi.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank
It's
you.
good to see you.
Same here.
Thank you very much for honoring my invitation. You know social media and it's wahala, but I love you. Afishiapa.
I think come back to it.
Afidesi say na ahofe no akoso any na business na akoso.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's
So
it.
we are looking at interior designs.
Yes.
Sometimes you sit down or be in a new apartment. You want to move into a new apartment, but or person see or you know where you live really matters.
Very important.
It's very, very important because it adds a kind of an impression to your life for people coming to your home. If you are that lovely person who always want people to come to your end.
Yes.
So it's very, very important that your place become, defines you, your personality.
Perfect.
So quickly, let's look at what even interior design is. I didn't think I was say, me see me Diane, me pay interior designer. No be designing me dem ho. Me ma boka can sit dining in a card.
Okay. So interior design basically is all about the art and science. So
Okay.
it's very important, the art and science of creating a beautiful space for the functionality of like nipa daseni ankasa. Psychologically, one kasa I was say we see space. Your well-being. One kasa I won't say yes. Ubi bia like
If
you
you
feel healthy. Yes. Health wise, it affected the brain, the well-being of the person and everything. Interior design they are very important. Usually, feel say, okay, me see fear let me just walk into any space, get a chair or maybe a bed, a TV, and that is it. But it doesn't work like that.
Okay.
You need to plan. You need to strategize. You need to do color combinations. There's a lot of things that actually pays attention to our interior. Okay. You don't just stand up and do just anything. That is not right.
Okay.
Yes.
So all you are saying is that moving into a new space, whether be an apartment or be in your own house, you have to consider your health.
Yes.
So you look at the type of colors you will have to put in your room to always give you that calmness and then that soundness in your space.
Very, very important.
And then it should also blend with a lot of things so that it can also define your personality as an individual and make you enjoy your house.
Yes.
Let's quickly look at some of the materials that can be used to decorate our interior.
Okay. So
because I can see I have some few here with me, so that maybe you pick them one by one and tell me what it is and why do we even have to put it in our rooms or our washroom or our bedroom or bedside. Yeah.
Okay. So over here we have our floor tiles. You know, usually utumi rent space be na if here no. Why yet tiles be but one case our share tiles now. It doesn't really
19 could the whole
what yes, yeah. At that moment you need something to mask it.
Yeah.
That is where way comes in.
What is this called?
It's called a LV, luxury vinyl tiles.
Okay.
So luxury vinyl tiles, no, way a cheaper version of tiles.
Okay.
But then the space in the form now. I'm telling you, it looks so luxurious, fair and casa.
Okay.
But it transforms the space like automatically because once usually no, over coffee no, not house no, colors na ye, tiles na ye, mix into we will be a pet that kind of flooring now. This is the best option to go for since you'll be rented space, you know, you don't really need to spend
Can I
much.
move, you know, renting, no? Ghana higher renting, you know, and you know, assuming I rent a 2-bedroom house and then the flooring is not too good, maybe it doesn't even suit the kind of personality that I want to create for myself in terms of people coming into my house. So I go for this one.
This one is reusable. It's glue
I don't have to use once a tiles, no. May use cement and any tile cement and I'm a tile. So this one they okay.
So maybe a one personal space na say say glue come here there your white glue I dey can.
Okay.
But usually no way na kasa na self adhesive into white trainer.
Okay.
And now they are
into floor area bia washroom kitchen bibia.
No, way specifically for interior into no it doesn't work with washrooms. Yes.
Okay.
There are things specifically for washrooms as well, but way anything interior.
Okay.
So interior the space
that
where
bedroom, hall,
even the kitchen.
Okay.
Yeah, even the kitchen because it can withstand water, moisture, and it doesn't really change color as well.
Okay.
That is the beauty of this very one.
And you know that with the tiles we mop into ways you
mop. Okay. And it's very cheap actually.
And you're saying,
oh, a box
Khadi the Kwame.
Where a box 36 pieces. 36 pieces near 400 cedis. So
wow.
Give and take like 11 CD or even 10 CD for one.
Wow.
Very cheap.
Wow.
Very, very cheap.
Now, how many boxes now was being here? So, one hall.
So usually the normal Ghana standard single room, you need about 3 boxes.
Oh, okay.
Just 3 boxes of Wayno.
Okay.
To use for a standard single room, and your space is transformed.
Wow. Wow.
Meanwhile, tot house now be so you end up spending maybe
more
than necessary.
1,200.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. True. All right, and so this is one of the materials.
One aspect.
Okay, one aspect of the material.
When you are looking at transforming your space, this is one aspect.
Okay.
So when you take care of this, now the next thing you need to do is to consider your walls.
Okay.
So whether you are doing painting or wallpapering, these 2 things. So you can decide to do painting and wallpaper, or wallpaper alone, or painting alone, depending on your taste.
Okay.
Because wallpaper has varieties of textures, designs.
Okay. So
plain,
3D aba.
yes.
4D. So
5D.
5D wallpapers.
Plain ones woho, textured ones woho. Wall coverings like 2-in-1 long row woho.
Okay.
Yeah, so many things for your wall.
Okay.
We look at that one as well. Ebine wahi.
Okay.
I have say where you plain wallpaper.
Okay.
Obi ohonoma unse oba space or person on your so sure is that a paint, is that an artwork, what exactly it is.
Okay.
Sometimes wallpaper gives that kind of illusion now. Yes. Obi tie on sheda specifically a dem pan but at the end so fair. Right. So wallpaper does that thing for us.
Okay.
You have to take into consideration the color as well. Color combination.
Yes. Okay. Yes. And then we have another panel.
We see a panel. We usually know. And then it's 10 years.
Okay.
A very long 9 feet.
Okay.
We just sample.
So 9 feet in there, it's a full wall.
Very full wall. Like and such that the normal standard single room nimuka.
Okay.
And our normal room size no kakra.
Okay.
It's nebi we say you free obi
Okay.
And yenya ni say, but length na kasa ni 9.5 feet.
Okay.
Te no ye the TV area. Ye to me the so many, like you can use it to design so many
Depending on
things,
what type of design you're
what
looking
want to
for.
do.
Yeah.
Yes. Then this one is also called waist constant.
Okay.
So there are molds.
Okay.
Popularly
That's
known
the
as
wall
molds. When you travel to France, you notice walls most of the time.
Yes,
If you
these
say
ones.
like paneling.
Yes.
They use
even
it
in the UK,
right.
the paneling is more.
So they use it as a form of paneling. When we are to me painting so color yes.
Okay. Which is that wall design so.
Any other way be our person
Okay.
So this is also a form of interior.
Okay.
We are way money now when so you're for kitchen.
Okay, cabinets and so.
Kitchen cabinets, counters,
okay,
and so
counters.
Any furniture or wardrobe. We will honor my wardrobe na chair and your fit.
Okay.
It's in when you pillars
and I feel so yeah, you won't colano. Your wardrobe na your board. Yeah, church rock pen color beer, crayon color beer.
We
okay.
We na yes I jumano. We ultra so enfa.
Okay.
Who the crayon fasten so you can easily use water because we are waterproof.
Okay.
You can easily use water
to clean it.
Wait to me I soapy water can cry their bone. Now they are paper so.
Okay.
Fridge rastia. Wait me use
okay.
O bathroom petals ne color na. Me use
okay, so this one is stronger than this one and I say we no bet me use all round.
All round, but also so your specific places it works for.
Okay.
Which is the kitchen, the bathroom, the furnitures, and all that. You can also use it for wall, but it is made ideally for furnitures and tiles.
Okay.
Yes. It sticks perfectly on tiles.
And you know say me oven, any me rice cooker, microwave na there no.
Yes.
Me per se my use what check. Me per se me yeah, make me use this type.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's look at interior must have.
Okay.
You can get fully furnished rooms, or maybe warrant you will be semi-current you will be dying. At least standard no. And then pan I was say to me cry what if you before I rent it in terms of interior designs.
In terms of interior design. In terms of interior design, usually ubeko obi space no. Maybe wire space no wire so obey POP na so beja ceiling na obema lightning kakra.
Okay.
Obema tiles will form those are the basic things that you will find in a space. From there, when you walk in, so who rent space now as a woo bema, I was transforming into something you feel comfortable in.
Okay.
Because the landlord doesn't really know your taste. Okay. He or she will definitely do the standard one for you, so that woo bema. We are transforming it into what you want.
Yeah.
So when we talk about must-have, so usually must-haves no in your personal space no.
Okay.
You have to come into you have to think about the colors that you would want to use in your space. It's very important. Color combination here very important. We are the textures and patterns of how you want your space to look like. That is where we the interior decorators come in. Ebi was enino, ebi nso ko school. Ekusia. So some of us we loved the interior like na ye ni so ewo
we ni so pade efe
ewo diamond especially. So we went to school to also further learn something about interior.
Okay.
So in interior who rent space no na say ube mu we are patterns ne ye. One say ebi wo ho sofa na mutine mu no. We no texture no. Ebi a suede, ebi a leather.
Yeah.
So first of all, you take into consideration: are you a suede person? Are you a leather person? Ghana higher shit. Usually, I advise. Say you go for the fabric pattern, which is maybe the suede texture because the riano.
And also, so na ne boy ding.
Yes.
Leather ne dear hood team. Baby, I ne be oho.
Yes. You take into consideration that the fabric of the akunyana obet name. Then your TV area. How you want the TV area to look like. A TV console. Your friendly TV console or TV unit. Way is ideal. Maybe some people use it for one side. Now ebia or the wallpaper swatu in fin. Now when you some way keke just a small console be what no our DVD DSTV ni amabe share. In interior ni person ye be hu ahoma. Eno de ye mpe kra no interior decorator, or hire an interior decorator.
Okay.
We usually try as much as possible to mask it. It's, you know, a very important part.
Okay.
Yes.
So I think that we also have some of the examples on our screens there. So if you are watching, so this is exactly the TV area. This is also a TV area you are talking about.
Yes.
This
So
is,
you
okay, I
can see the panel. Right?
Yeah, the black panel is there. Okay.
Yes.
The first one looked like a wallpaper, but this one has the black panel. Okay, this is also panel.
This is paneling.
Oh,
right.
Great.
That is also a form of paneling.
Okay.
And then we have the UV marble sheets by the side.
Yes.
And then we have our console.
Yeah, that is
at the down
the bar at the down.
Yes.
Okay, it's called console.
Console.
Okay.
Yeah, TV
Okay.
console. Right.
Okay.
And then the panel, the marble sheets. All
Okay.
that we saw all that actually. Yes.
I know you sell all that.
Yes.
And then I'm able to okay. So looking at this particular one, and is a crowd. So how much
Okay.
do you think that I would have to spend to achieve something, if
like
not
this.
exactly like this, but a similar thing like this?
Like this, where you're more luxurious.
Yeah.
And you know, for something like
Because
this,
the space is very big.
it's very big, and even more the luxury. You can see that it's communicating luxury. There's
Yes.
lights, down there where this one is. You can see that there's lights there. And TBB saying no. Usually the marble sheets, two marble sheets
Yes.
over one side.
Yes.
And ideally, like you see panel be saying so maybe like 10 panel on the one
Okay.
side. Marble sheets in the back is 8 feet by 9 feet. No?
Okay.
To say the normal size of a plywood.
Yes.
Until uhia mienu on one side. Say back ye baby 650 cedis. 650
50 cedis, okay.
Until uto mienu na that's about 1,003.
Yes.
Then the panel one sheet of panel is 200 cedis.
Okay.
Until uto be 10 that's about how much? 1,000 Ghana
Yes.
cedis, right?
Yes.
Until no usha we say, and then the workmanship, because the board, you know, you better laminated board mienu.
Okay.
For that space.
Yeah.
But BB say, you know, we say a very cheap.
I think the other side is a wallpaper that has like the panel design.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But BB say this is very cheap.
Okay.
This is very cheap to do. But you can see say AFN so.
Yeah.
AFN pants,
Yeah.
you know, you don't really
You
need to break the
that
bank.
Okay.
You don't need to break the bank. Sometimes while the open pool, yeah, you end up spending more.
More, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You end up spending more than even consulting.
So
a
if I
professional.
want to bring an expert as an interior designer into my work or into my space, how much should I be looking at?
Hey.
Age the age, because mo kwana mkoye survey na mo discanner boni panitim say
Right.
come.
For me, I give because I sell the materials. To me, they make my recommendations for free.
Okay.
Because metal materials,
Yeah,
two
so
beds
at the
now,
end of the day, the person
you.
you recommend will come and purchase the material at your end. So that's how we do business.
Yes,
Great.
but usually, who can say, oh, for interior deck, it is not cheap.
Okay.
Trust me, it is not cheap
Okay.
at all. Using an interior decorator, but if you have a good carpenter, and
Okay.
then you walk up to me,
Okay.
we can achieve something beautiful.
Okay.
But if you want me to sacrifice my time and then come to your space for us to sit one-on-one and talk and all that, sometimes transportation and then using my boys to come and work and all that, no, it be on a cost, no, a cost. But when you're random carpenter, I will consult with him. Auto materials now, show him how it's done, and
It's very easy.
It's very easy.
Kad, please tell us where you are located, the business where it is, and some of the things you are doing aside selling of the wallpapers and all the interior stuff.
Okay.
And then your contact number.
Okay. So we have 2 branches.
Okay.
So we have one at Accra UTC, Accra Central itself.
Okay.
So when you get to Accra, we are inside the Whitechapel building.
Okay.
It's a glass building right
Okay.
at UTC.
Okay.
Maybe at Accra, like the busy Accra,
Yeah.
right around Cantamanto,
Okay.
Honoma, and only solely wallpapers and kwa, and it
Okay.
was our shop.
Okay.
But I'll buy other branch no word domia, your branch be so domi pillar 2K boat.
Okay.
Over honoma, any other thing, panels,
Okay.
fluted panels,
Okay.
your floor tiles,
Okay.
your wallpapers, all types of UK wallpapers,
Okay.
not just the China type. We have the
Okay.
China type, we have the UK type.
Okay.
We have so many options. In your always wings constant, and so which is
Yeah.
the paneling, no. And also, we call it molds, and then we have corners as well.
Okay.
To give you that French style.
Yeah.
Yes, and also, the floor tiles as well, and also Okay. Now, when you come in, my niche is basically wall.
Okay.
Everything wall, and then the floor.
Okay.
Aside recommendation with furniture, because once the wall is taken care of, trust me, every other thing is just placement. That is the beauty about this thing. Lightning plays a very major role also in interior decorating. All other thing is placement. Into person mean wow with furniture and all that. And so
you'll be there to assist the person. Please put your contact detail out there, and we would say to our lifetime fashion segment.
Okay. So if you want to reach us, you can call us on 059 333 0898.
Okay.
So 059 333 0898.
Okay.
Yes, my sales rep will pick it up
and then assist you. Card, you see my corners. So by next week, by the time we come here, Khadi's interior would work on our corners for us.
Very important.
Yes. Studio.
Very important.
So I'll go for a short break. When we come back, please. We are not done with the show. We bring you other segments as well. And I want to say thank you, Khadi, for coming through. And I believe it's not going to be the first time we're going to have you here, as long as our beautiful rooms and bed. We haven't even come to the bedroom, and then the bed and everything. So I'll go for a break. When we come back, we continue the show. Religion, culture, education, lifestyle, fashion, health, family, business, death. These are all what's made up of life. Life sometimes can be very confusing. That is why I am coming on Life Matters, a program that seeks to address all life issues. Real talk, real discussion. We all have a story to share. Let's talk about it on Life Matters.
Saturday, 2 to 3 p.m. on Jericho TV. I am Kedi, your host.
That is, we gave you our lifestyle and fashion segment where we looked at interior decor. It's very important that you take good care of your home and make it beautiful, because yes, it defines it. Not only your home, your office, your church, anywhere you need a bit of a touch that will speak volumes. Is very important. And this segment is our main discussion segment. And today we'll be looking at handling change and the unexpected in marriage. I've been joined here in the studio with Prophet Godfred Arthur. He is the senior pastor of Reign of Fire Ministry. And I love it when I surprise people, And I also have with me here in the studio Reverend Mrs. Naomi Stacy Dagadu. She is also the woman of God, the first lady for the Victory Bible Church. She's the mother of 5 and a teacher by profession. Hello, Sofumami. Sofumami, you are welcome.
Thank you, my dear.
How are you doing?
I'm blessed.
How is my papa?
Your father is blessed.
We bless God. Also, Mema Wakwaba. Apomu to say. How is the woman of God?
She's fine.
I bless God for your life. Today we are looking at handling the changes and unexpected, or the unexpectations in marriage. Marriage is a beautiful thing. Yeah. And I know, say, you are the best person to talk about this topic, because you are not just an ordinary person, but a man and a woman of God who have also been married for, please, for how many years have you been together with my papa?
25 years.
25 years? Yeah, you do. Yeah, yeah. Also, 16 years. Aiko. Wow. Also, who did we do a chikakra? Wow, 25 years, 5 children.
All by grace.
All by grace, eh? Hey, Safumami. So we are looking at that unexpected. Sometimes ebusia bi wo honoma omo mpese omo de omo mabema aware, because ebi ana bema no niska. omo ye omo background check no mu se be ma na hwe ni ho efie nsusu krampo ofiri mu no nyame anya na do ye se efie ho kra so nya den enye nti no na during the time of marriage no ma me no mpene papa mpene but ube hu say omo nya ware ya maybe the first 2 years na there's a change be ma na blow be okara do 3 years na akwa betri na nya ma start asesa. So these are the unexpectations where the family comes in and say that be ma no ni hwe we ware na obebre. But omo be ware no between 1 year and 2 years pa na nyankopon adom sika sem na ye den ayeye. There are other changes to be money you good oba ebusua ni mu no chese okita car wedding no kra udi ma da so hu adwuma ye fo a order of photography omo ko ho na wonim se me be wakọ baby foforo papa onya be my first 2 years na nanim hina ye den aswa. So we have the changes which are good, the changes which are bad. We have the unexpectations. Some are sickness. Obe wari be wie no 5 years na ni ko enya accident na ye twitwa ne nan mienu hina. Obi also obe wari no be ma ne ye kama omo 4 years owo ni first born pe be ma mpa ma wadani womanizer na akoma tourism in na sign abim. So I'm going to start with you Osofo. Changes in marriage. A young po at the first place say will be a kind of changes be because sometimes relationship na ya grow but at the moment I'm be rara na reality set in ti nyama bi wo kra na eso start say sisa ye say you be who changes be ewo ya ware Prophet Ata.
Me that say I so much believe that life itself have to be changed.
Okay. But mama kai we said you made the life matters. Aha, ye kan brabo mu asem hina. Ya wo e ba hwe ade bi e be boa ma wa brabo timi tumpon. Ifia na ye di sa enkomo no na Prophet Arthur kan ye bibi concerning ebusia sasa etumi edi aware echi eno nso so ye one key factor e den sisan ye bi etumi ba aware nim. Osofo.
So, Senior American, that's the spiritual aspect of it.
Okay.
And wintina nipana ube warino. And when you begin to face the realities of life, you'll be missed out of it.
Okay.
It's a very important say individually as when who know when share mo fall in love, there is a spiritual aspect of it.
Okay.
Before you know whether you can take it or you cannot be able to take it.
Okay. Prof, let me go to the woman's perspective. So, mommy, how should marriage be at the first place? For the one who is watching us, who is even in marriage but is confused, and the one who is soon getting into the marriage, you know, how should it be?
You know, marriage is an institution.
Okay.
That comes from the Lord, from the Garden of Eden.
Okay.
And God realized that it's not good for a man to live alone, so I need to add a woman to make it comfortable for him.
Okay.
In the garden, that is where everything mess up. In the garden, because of marriage, you had death, sin, and other things. And you know, in the garden, it's like a freedom. But one day something happened where the woman loses her focus with the serpents.
Okay.
It's like me kuno say me call peduane kakra biaba. Then the serpent also comes. So when you lose your focus in the marriage, you realize that the enemy also set in.
Okay.
When my brother was speaking, he was speaking from the perspective of the background issue.
Yeah.
Most of the marriages, if you are a young lady, you want to get married, do a lot of inquiries of the background
Of
the man. And you, the man, to make a lot of background searches.
Also, mommy, can it be possible? Because I was born here in Accra. I end up going to school in Kumasi. Right after school, I get job in Kumasi. Then I met this guy at my workplace. Then we began to, have this relationship. You spoke about focus. A lot of relationships do not have focus. Honestly, when you look at most of the marriages here in Ghana, but the few ones that had perchance didn't go through that process, however, no, the opportunity to do the background check, can it happen?
It can happen.
Okay.
You cannot just see a man on the street and just marry him. He has a surname.
Okay.
If my name is Menka, my surname is Menka, my husband's surname is Dagadu.
Yeah.
So you need to do, one day we need to travel to the
Menka family and see why we shouldn't say it.
Oh, the fact that you are dating doesn't stop you going to visit your fiancé's family. I, personally, as we are talking about life matters.
Yes.
In my background, my father background, my mother background, we don't marry.
Okay.
My husband background, they don't marry.
Okay.
And if you marry, by giving birth to two, your husband has to die.
Wow.
So when I was growing up, nobody taught me of Christianity.
Okay.
I tried to search about marriage.
Okay.
So as I'm growing, I already know what is in it.
Okay.
So I begin to tackle it with everything.
Okay.
That if my aunties fail, if my family fail, I will not fail. So it's a matter of declaration.
Okay.
Believing in it, seeing yourself in it. Otherwise, you can be audacious. You can be man of God. You can be woman of God. As you are climbing, the background issue will bring you down. You can have 100 members, 1,000 members, but it's just like a setup.
Yeah.
When the time, place, and the date has come, you by all means fall. Because that is where you are coming from.
Yeah.
Your umbilical cord is coming from there. Don't forget.
Okay.
So they also have a link to link you through the marriage. So if understanding is in it, so my daughters, I advise them.
Okay.
So when you see the man, ask of these questions.
Okay.
Are all your sisters married?
Okay.
If yes, jot it down.
Okay.
If no, why?
Okay.
Your brothers, are they all in marriage? If yes, jot it down. Your mother-in-law to be, are they together? If they are divorced, it's another thing over there.
Okay.
The marriage in which you are going in, the parents are already divorced. So there's something there. So you need to stand on your feet. That is where.
So for me, these signs you have taken your time to show us, when our love, we don't see it.
We
Because
don't marry
the man
love.
himself will take you to visit their mother at a different place. And then the next time we are going, so Christmas, you go and spend some Christmas at his mother's place. Then during Easter, we will go to the father's place. Automatically, you don't even need the man to tell you that they are not together. At the moment he took you to the mother's place and there was no sign of his father there, and it is not because he has gone to travel or he has gone to work at another place. And then at Easter, he also takes you to Yekoslame Papa. No, Papa's side. Then you don't even have to ask, because for him taking you to these both places, he will automatically tell you that. And so
I want to tell my young ladies and my young men that marriage is more spiritual than physical. Marriage is more spiritual than physical. Don't just get up and say, people are marrying, so I also want to get married. So when you bring it to the spiritual aspect, you inquire. The Bible says, and David inquired from the Lord. You dream.
Okay.
You dream. So you realize that you had some kind of dream that you don't understand. That is why we have men of God, women of God. I have this person, we are cutting. But since we came together, I realized that I've been having this kind of dream.
Strange.
Most of the times we bury ourselves in love.
Yes.
So if the men of God or our parents are talking to us that this marriage will not help you. This marriage will not help you because we score something more love. So we don't listen to them. But what your father is seeing, you don't see.
Yeah.
What your mother is seeing, you don't see. So if we can all submit, or we can all humble ourselves under our spiritual fathers and our biological parents, I realize we will have a very good marriage. Because then I'll shower and yes,
yeah.
because the genesis of the marriage is very blinking.
Yeah.
It's very beautiful.
Yeah.
But the revelation of it is very bad. So marriage, if you give yourself to God, God will direct you. Otherwise, you end up by marrying weirdly.
Yeah.
Then 2 years, they
The
use it as a
unexpected-
punching bag.
Yeah, the changes begin to follow. Also, Sopmami has said a lot. Let's look at now. Let's assume that we have a couple who have done all the background checks, who are very committed. Because if you don't even have a personal relationship with God yourself, individually, you would dream and not even remember. To even go to your spiritual father to tell your spiritual father, to tell you, this guy I entered into a relationship with. Because that spiritual sense of spirituality is not even with you. However, let's see this couple as being complete, spiritually, physically. How are they supposed to live? How should couples live together in holy matrimony? How are they supposed to live?
Well, thank you again. Thank you, Sofmami. That was very deep. Couples are supposed to live one in respect to each other. You see, marriage it's a blessing, but marriage is not the ultimate.
Good.
People saying that when they get to marriage, all their problems will be solved.
Yeah.
In fact, marriage does not solve problems. It rather amplifies the problem.
Problems.
I was preaching one day in church and I said, when you marry, the spirit in your family, the spirit in the man's family, the spirit in the woman's family, they also get married that day.
Because you have become one.
You have become one. So they begin to share notes. What the project they have embarked on over the years up to that day. So they begin to share notes. So there is a combined force of spiritual attacks over your life.
Yeah.
So you see, couples are supposed to, one, have respect
For each other. Okay.
Couples are supposed to value each other. You see, when you have you see, when you have a sense of value, yes, it's very, very important that you have to value the woman. I said one day that, you see, what you attract what you value. So you can have the best in the man, the best in the woman when you value them. You know, you will not throw out your valuable things outside. So if you value the woman, if you value the man, there is a way you will treat them.
Yeah.
So they are supposed to value each other. You have to thank God you got married to this woman. You have to thank God you got married to this man. Because listen, even if they are not the way you want them to be, you have to speak it.
Okay.
The Bible said that God that called those things that be not as though they were. You see, you have to begin to create what you want to see in your man with the words of your mouth. Of your mouth.
So we have to also be careful with what we say to our partners.
Very, very, very careful. Create it. You see, you are industrious, you are blessed, you are speak it into the man's or into the woman's life. And I'm telling you, spiritually, you are building something.
Yeah.
So you see, when you value the woman, when you value the man, I believe you will have the best out of them. You will have the best out of them. Communicating with each other is very, very important also. Seeing each other view, respecting each other's view, trying to, respect your man's privacy, respect the woman's privacy.
It's very important.
Very, very important.
But also we don't tend to understand, especially the women. No, we don't tend to understand. Say now our so privacy.
Yes, you see, before you marry, You see, that's the problem in marriage. Many women per se stop living life immediately they get married.
Yeah.
And it's a collapse of a life.
But also, don't you? I will come to you, Mami. Also, please hold on for me. Don't you think that it is because of the counseling process? However, let me open my phone line so that my viewers can join. Please, our WhatsApp number is 0549 673 449. 0549 673 449. It's the WhatsApp number. So if you can't call us, you're at work and you can't call us and you want to bring us your WhatsApp messages, please send it for us. Your name and where you are sending your message from is very important to us. And our phone numbers are 05325 61189. 05325 61189. You can also call and share your opinion on the discussion that we are having. Please lower your TV set when you also call us. Yes, Soft Mommy. Osofo said something concerning we not actually stopping our life, especially from the women's perspective. It's not because of sometimes the backgrounds and then the counseling. Because if before marriage, these sections can go on during the counseling time, maybe we could better prepare ourselves.
You know, when you enter into the marriage with a double ticket,
Okay.
you can go and come back. When you go in with single ticket, you focus. I met my husband when we were not having anything. We were being sacked from where we are.
Okay, I think I have a caller on the line. Okay, so Mommy, please go on.
We were being sacked from where we are.
Okay.
Left everything behind. Then we started with an uncompleted building.
Okay.
We used to sleep on just cloth. The one they used
Yes,
to.
the cloth. Yes.
That was where we slept on for 1 year.
Okay.
When the Lord blesses us, He blesses us with mat. The Igbo people call it afetfabu, the one that is.
Yeah.
That day that the Lord gave us mat, we were rejoicing like the Lord gave us story building. We slept on that mat for like 6 months before the Lord gave us foam. Why was I still in the marriage? Because I have seen something beyond the marriage. The marriage can send you to hell and can send you to heaven. If you are having focus and you know that, no, I did me why me person being calling me. Now me ma worry inside me. So I need to do everything to make the marriage work. So I decided that I need to intercede on behalf of my man, because the Bible said, whoever finds a wife finds a good thing and must obtain favor
From the Lord.
So if my husband, things are not moving on well with him, then I am bringing this favor. I am not bringing favor. So I need to let the marriage work by fasting on the day of
His birth.
his birth. Every day, if it's kweku, from 6 to 12, Lord, create in me a new man. I want a new man. I marry him empty. But we cannot continue with this emptiness. You need to change our life. So my husband just have that trust in me, said, I want you to continue with your education.
Okay.
So through marriage, I got the teacher certificate
Yeah.
in the marriage with keys. So because the man want me to come to his level.
Yeah.
Nowadays in marriage, you marry the woman where the woman doesn't go to school, or she
doesn't have anything better doing to support the
she can't
marriage.
speak English. She can't even write. Every day you are using it as an insult. Someone but if you look at the beauty inside the woman, you help the woman to come out by giving her a teacher to start sound of alphabet.
Yeah.
A, B is ab.
Yeah.
Try to start with that. That woman you saw today knowing nothing, tomorrow will be a minister. That will help the family, build the family up. So if you know what you want in the marriage, you'll build it up. But if you are going into the marriage because of property, quote unquote, I mean, I didn't know. But you know, because of the way I always intercede on behalf of my husband, he gives me best of everything.
Okay.
The phone I am using, he is not using some. The car I am driving, he bought it for me because his phone has not arrived. Why? Because he has seen something good in me. That if this woman even stands in prayer for me, I realize that things about my life changes. But now when the man goes to work, what do? We pick phone, kokonsa on the phone. 2 hours, 3 hours, how your husband slept with you, how he has insulted you. We see that, but if you can make Holy Spirit your
everything,
that you can communicate with him. Lord, my husband has gone for work. I want to sit down to intercede on his behalf. Lord, this and this I want. My children, we don't have any proper job, but you are a destiny changer. Lord, change the family. Change the family. I know the one who hears
that is where we begin to see that change we are looking for.
So, if we are praying today, we think as I pray today, I need to have the result today. No. Even when you have a video on your phone, it takes time to download.
Yeah.
So, you continue to hit that particular point. One day, that hole, you see that hole. And you realize that the prayers you pray for 1 year, 1.5 years,
begin to manifest.
To begin to download.
Also for the unexpectations and the changes in marriage, when they come, how do we handle it? Because let's put the reality in. Sometimes there are some, what the woman of God said was that because the husband already had something he was doing and he was focused and pushing, so it gave her some hope that at least or born a home modding until for now no me education and me be before me from Bible time. And then during the prayer time, God said, okay, then ebian as I want to go school kakra. Now to me nya skill bia would ye juma support me na me so me media and we can push something together. This is how can you are be able to have that winning story. But what if you meet somebody who can't even onto me no fadring? Who call with the idea and you say, oh, idea we are we my say my share my nana analyzing me feel say be na ye we kakaka we ho. And I enjoy way, way, obi kwa beka say, ne ma school no, it's so expensive. My young sister from money school no, now at least sika kakra beka with you, to be fine ye bibi. And this changes and us, how do we handle it properly? Our time is almost up. How do we handle this?
I think that all these things start from the beginning, but we close our eyes on it.
Okay.
When you started courting, when you started the relationship, there are some signs that you saw. As mommy said, Yema or don't know if but nasa signs ni nyina wo ho be ma no de ne kasa o ma o cheeky answers o ba no de ne kasa o ma o cheeky answers. You saw them. I'm telling you, there is nobody that will tell us as we are sitting here say emra oni be ma ni free asia na na so emra oni oba ni free asia no when hu enyama ba ku mienu bi obu nani guso
Bam.
Adi, you see, as the Bible said, the little foxes they destroy the beautiful vines. Enyama kitingiti aye bu ye ni guso na na be ye kese. It's very, that is what we are fighting with today. So from the beginning, and they try say yes, the foundations are very important.
When
because
it is wicked,
when
the
it's wicked, I'm telling you, it will fall on you.
Kill you.
So the marriages are falling because from the beginning, the foundations that we lay was very, very bad.
Now you are married and you are the one taking care of the house.
Yes.
Because he showed you the signs.
Bema bi
Yes,
Bema bi on share. You saw it from the beginning. Oh, you're very stingy. Bueni share ne height. Share send your bossy, send your you see, some of these things you hear them, they are very funny, but I'm telling you that they will go a long way to come and affect you in your marriage. Now would you baby and give you? You have wasted so many years. Now you are coming to repair all the difficulties.
Yeah.
Young she marriage in into me. Not a soft one in the Hunamani. Oh, yes. Now, so for any Hunamani. But from the beginning, what do we need to form a year near me year? God set marriage to be very beautiful.
I agree.
Yes.
I agree.
When the two come together, I'm telling you,
put away.
it's a serious thing. It's a beautiful thing. But enyama bi a yan hwe ne yie ena ehaye. Ena haye. Ena haye.
Enyama yan hwe ne yie ne ha. Also for far we futuo emma awarefo a they are going through challenges. Yea, if we have aware. But I believe also that Dimbia has a solution. Even if it takes you to separate for some time, for things to go on, it's fine. You can separate. Let things change and come back to unite. If it takes you to maybe travel a bit to make sure things are we foot ben na we bema obia or no or what any da swade be expectation be the raw arenuma on a sudden an konsenya ohun na na ohwehwe no ene nia so a wan ni hope bia na nyame adom we pagya ne sa waware no efutu be na woman side
efutu kakra ne say eware na wote ho if it's a marriage of abuse,
okay,
step out.
Okay.
We are tired of burying our members.
Okay.
We don't want anybody to die.
Okay.
Our dear neighbor kum be man chase kind was or ban chase kind was me pacho.
And yeah, no, because emotional torture so kumo.
Yet, so emotionally whatever.
Yeah.
Please. Seek for counsel.
Okay.
Na emwa me kum ho awade enti.
Okay.
Obekọ hello.
Obekọ help.
Yet.
Obekọ help.
Yet intimate cell. Obi biara.
There's a caller on the line. Let me pick this caller. Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Me Pacho. Good afternoon.
Pacho, your friend me Imano.
Mr. Ima, you for that friend you free.
Pacho, me friend kuku.
Okay. Mr. Ima Pacho, for what drink your brain?
Me Pacho, a question. Pacho, I really physical. But be very good. Jaya warrior. So now our request and I was
me Pacho you. Me that say Ima say what they me Pacho what say if I offer me free bill?
Pacho Ima but me papa na.
Oh, okay. Also, no opeso who say, what can I say? Marriage is more spiritual. So it's like you worry spiritually. You worry. Would you be have that vows now? Ma worry both spiritually and physically. Opeso who say, "Samu jaya warrior spirit dia na guana." Ana no dia wo ho. Na physical no kwa na egu, but spirits ne dia na wo ho. Like momo.
Okay, you know. One thing is that we should the Bible said that there is no marriage in heaven.
Yes.
Marriage only occurs here on earth.
And it has the spiritual connotation only in the surface of the earth.
So, and spiritually, it's not called a marriage.
Okay.
It's a unity.
Union, yeah.
It's something that so that should be clear.
Okay. And so for now, what can I say? So will be exchanging marital vow now. Spiritually, no, nyame ajatum say we mo omo ya ware for.
Sure.
So that is a covenant.
Yes.
So the covenant is there spiritually to
To
seal the
seal
physical confession or my
Sure.
But so omo jai aware no physically going through the same process now. Spiritually, the covenant is broken.
Yes, God acknowledge it.
God still acknowledge both of them. Okay,
no, He still acknowledge that.
It is broken.
Yes.
The covenant is broken.
Yes.
Okay, into me, imami ya sure say what's here, CSCR, what the amami. So for mommy, if we two ben na what the bema. So for mommy, our very easy. Especially the pastor's one. The pastor's marriage. Hey, by the grace of God, say me kopa na me samba bioma. Me fa sorry them. Me fa it is very difficult. But the beautiful thing is that pastors are swording. However, they are the best people to be with because be better some kind of hidden treasures be a worry so far now to come and say come so mommy e be ado da
I see. Yeah, kind of have.
Man come on. Some man for foot to my easy, but we need to keep the union to glorify God. A crime bear now will be our crime, and so far my you say if it is abuse, na e be take your life on kwan dia yes sure be chonho kakra. When dia ware kwa na bet me separate kakra. However, no say any abusive ye be den. Dem fan che ye ho.
You know, the advice I'll give to my listeners is that we call something mystery behind the veil.
Okay.
That is one of the things that is bringing our marriage down.
Okay.
Let me break it down.
Please break it down.
Mystery behind the veil is that you asked me to go and buy you a bread. Okay. When I bought the bread and I bring it to you, I take some of the bread from it and I give it to you.
Okay.
Will you take it?
No.
Maybe I poison it.
Yes.
But when we get our men and women today, the Bible advised that we should do it like the way Isaac and Rebekah did it.
Yeah.
But we used to have sex with Jesus before even entering into it. We feel like, oh, my son and share,
Okay.
so instead of us putting ourselves down righteous on the D-Day to roll the veil, we break the veil already by flirting.
Okay.
We know each other already. We know, excuse me, to how the whole
We
is.
have opened the room for that.
So because of that, we have taken God for a fool. And upon to our two coin, no one friend, accident, our friend. So which God are you calling in the marriage? And to add salt into the injury, on the D-Day, then we deceive our people by putting on
the
white
veil. Yeah.
Put on
Any color.
cream.
Yeah.
The listeners should listen to me. If you go by this, you get a very good marriage. Put on cream.
Okay.
Telling us that
That's the off-white.
yeah. But you are putting on white, telling us that today is the rubber. Remove your veil and you remove your veil. Some has even carry pregnancy. The pregnancy you are carrying, if he is a little baby girl, you have married your baby girl with your husband. A time is coming, your husband will start flirting with that small girl because he married the two.
I wish we have time to dive more into this.
Yeah.
Definitely, it is life matters. We will definitely have to talk about some. We'll do it in bits so that we get to understand. And so, please don't let us make mistake when we are going through marriage. And if you have already done that already, I believe that your pastors will be there to help you. I believe there's a pre-marital, post-marital counseling. So please go for the post-marital counseling. Let them know some of the things that you have done before your marriage, but which you think might be a reason of the things you are going through. Don't stop praying, believe in God. Thank you so much, Prophet Godfred Arthur, for coming. I'm very humbled. Also, Mommy, I'm very humbled. I'll push you back. Please, let me remind you that we want more time for this show. So if you're an institution, an organization, you want us to work together, we are ready to work together. Our prices are very, very, very down. Please come and let's work together so that we can go far together in the year and the years beyond. My name remains Khadi. This is Life Matters. I'll be back your way, God willing, next week with another special edition. Please stay and glue to Jericho Hour. We have another section coming on, and God bless you. I'll see you next week.